Let's start the energizing practice today. Ground your feet to the mat, sink low, tuck the tailbone, bring the hands to the prayer. Make a few deep breaths, maybe close your eyes, preparing, grounding and lengthening at the same time. Focus on the breathing and on the present moment. Inhale, rise the hands up, join the palms together. Exhale, bring the hands to Namaste. Inhale, move your hands along the sides. Lengthen through the spine, shoulder blades closer to each other. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, join your fingers and move your hands even more high. Bring the chin to your chest, stretch. And lower the hands to the heart. Take a deep seat into the chair, raise the hands. Tuck the tailbone, sit low, look up. Really move your hands upward. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands to heart. One more time. Bend the knees, sit to the chair, raise the hands high, look at your thumbs. Deep breath. Move your hands over the back, interlacing the fingers, move the shoulders in towards each other and move the torso into your knees forward, fold. You can straighten the legs or keep your knees softened. Inhale, raise the head, look up, bring the hands upward. Deep breath, join the palms together. Chair pose. Inhale, stand up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Move your legs slightly apart. Sit down and bring the right leg to rub your left one into the Garuda. And the same with the hands. The right is crossing the left. And now bring your hands really high and sit low. Focus your gaze. Exhale, start to move the hands forward, balancing and preparing to Virabhadrasana 3. So unwrap your leg and move that backward. You keep the hips square, move the hands to your chest and try to bring the body and leg parallel to each other. Your toes are pointed down. Both legs are strong. Keep hips in line. Look down. Bend the right knee for a while. Strong legs. Exhale. Deep breath. And now step with your right leg back. Raise your hands upward, high lunge. Deep breath. Move the hands and stretch them up. Your palms are facing to the sky. Form your legs really strong. And start with the control, bringing your hands towards the ground. Touch your palms to mat and move to the plank pose. Hold in plane and exhaling to Chaturanga, all the way to belly. Roll the shoulders up and back, look up, cobra pose, inhale. Exhale. Press through your palms and move to the downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Press the hands to the ground, fingers are wide. Lengthen the spine, the tailbone high. Enjoy the sweetness of your breath. You can walk one foot at a time to open your hamstrings. Inhale, look forward, step the right leg forward and the left leg forward. Exhale, stretching. Inhale, switch the gaze, look up, maybe down from your shins, and again, hug your legs. And on the exhalation, get yourself even to more deeper stretch. Uttanasana. Bend your knees. Utkatasana, chair pose. Look up. We build the foundation of the strong legs. Inhale, raise up, hands to your heart. And again, bend your knees, sit low, and this time wrap the left leg around the right. And the same with hands, left around right. Move your hands upward and sit low. Stretch the front of the torso and start to bring your elbows parallel to the ground, your forearms parallel. And unwrap, moving the left leg all the way back into the Virabhadrasana tree. Joining the palms together into the chest, squaring hips, focusing the gaze, and breathing through this wonderful balancing pose. Try to stay in the present, keep breathing, stay still, and eventually step with the left back, coming to the high lunge, moving the hands all the way up and releasing the fingers and pressing really high and sitting really low. Strong legs, your knee and ankle in one. You can look forward or up. Depends on your balance today. Exhale, moving the hands slowly down to the floor, touching the palms to the ground, and stepping back to the plank pose. Chaturanga, exhale all the way to belly. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And exhale, move to the downward facing dog. Raise the hips high. Lengthen through your hands to your tailbone. And now grab with the left hand your right ankle and with the right hand left ankle into twisted downward face. And then step with the left forward and right leg forward. Look up, stretch the sternum. And exhale, hug your legs. Bring yourself to the stretch, engage your bandha. Sit into the chair, raise the hands up. Inhale. And move all the way up to stand, hands to the heart. Reset. Inhale, hands are moving up. Exhale, round your hands to the forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Move the shoulders back. And then step the right leg back and the left leg back. Come into the plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale to upper facing dog. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Rise your right leg up and bring the right leg with the control knee to the nose. And then step this right forward. Adjust yourself to the high lunge. Coming up with the hands. Moving to the warrior two, grounding the back heel to the floor. Hands in line. Spread your hands really wide. Stretch them into both directions. Your legs are strong, the knee and ankle in one line. Press your back foot to the floor and now start to lean with your right hand, right palm close to the right foot, and bring your left hand across the ear line. Really lengthen the side of the body. From your thighs and turn your right thigh outward so the center of the kneecap is in line with the center of the right ankle. Roll the left hip slightly forward towards the right, but rotate your upper torso back to the left. Look up. Uddita Parsvakonasana, the side angle pose, and now ground the left hand down to the floor. Firm your left foot, left the heel, and come into the stretch. Your torso is facing to your right leg. Now bring in the twisted lunge. Look over the back shoulder and move your left elbow over the right knee. Press the palms together and then lift up and rotate. Maybe spread your hands, Prasarita Parsvakonasana, or even find a bind. And again, while you find in your bind, try not to lean to the front leg, still grounding your legs strongly to the floor, but lifting your torso up. And exhale, bring the hands down, bring the right leg up, three-legged dog. Open your hips, tuck the knees facing up, but try to elongate the shoulders. And on the exhalation, bring your right leg down to the mat. Downward facing dog. Inhale, starting with the left side, left leg up. Bring the left knee closer to your face. Strong core, squeeze, and step the left forward. Bring yourself to the high lunge, raise really high, look up, sit low, and open to the warrior two. Ground the back heel down to the floor. If possible, bring the left thigh parallel to the floor. Pressing the outer right heel firmly to the floor, stretch the arms away from the space between the shoulder blades, hands parallel to the floor. And exhale, bring the left hand down and cross the right hand up. Side angle pose. Pressing the back heel down, moving the hips in line. Stretching the right side of the body. Flex the gaze, look up. Exhale, move the left hand down to the floor, lift the back heel away from the ground and stretch your left hand up. Form your legs so you are not leaning only to your right hand. You can check by lifting the right hand as I do in the video. So your legs are really formed here. And then bring yourself to the twisted lunge and move the right elbow outside of the left knee. Press the palms together and twist. Remember, spread the weight evenly between the legs. And now open your hands as an option. Optional, find a bind, or you can stay in any comfortable variation for you. Just remember your choices. That's really important, to feel the body and to breathe. Let the breath to be the guide. And again, maybe spread your hands, bring the hands firmly to the ground. Step the leg and lift it up into the three-legged dog. Bend your knee, stack the knee to face upward. Really try to get it high, opening the hips, enjoying the space. Exhale, left leg down to the ground. Downward facing dogs. Fingers spread wide, the chest is moving towards your thighs, the gaze between the legs or at your navel. And I'm going to add some core work, so move your knees almost down to the floor but without placing them. Exhale, downward facing dog, and one more time, bring the knees almost to the floor, squeeze the core, exhale to the downward face, and one more time, move the knees towards the ground, but this time come to the Balasana, the child pose. Maybe down on the fingertips or lift the gaze up, stretch the front side of the body and walk with your fingertips really far away, stretching both sides of the body. And inhale, lift to the downward facing dog. Deep breath. Stretching, lengthening, coming back to the breathing. That's our energizing and same time resting pose. Start to walk the palms towards your legs. We're going to do some funky twists, so bend your left knee and move your right hand up. Press into the twist. Maybe wrap the body with the upper hand. Place it to the thigh or even straighten both of your legs. That will give additional stretch to your hamstring. And exhale, bring both hands down to the floor, this time bending the right leg and opening through the side, wrapping the thigh or press into it, maybe straightening the legs, looking up, twisting. And again, we will do some core work. So press the palms and try to lift your legs from the ground. Just walk this way towards the front of the mat, lifting the legs from the ground, pressing the palms. That was good foundation for me to come to my handstands and all inversions I do on the hands. Inhale, lift the gaze, stretch forward. Exhale, hug your legs, bring the body closer to your legs, head to your knees. Go deep in the stretch and inhale. Sweep the hands, join the palms together, bring the hands to the namaste. Move your right leg up, hug your right knee close to your chest, get it really high, and then open your hip. Try to move your knee to facing towards the right, so you will feel the opening in your hips and power of your legs. Maybe gaze to the opposite direction, which will add additional balance. Inhale, bring the knee forward, straighten the legs, spread the hands to the sides. Strong legs, I love this movement. That strengthens the legs. Exhale, hands down, left side, left leg closer to the chest, ground the right foot down, feel the ground under your right foot. Bring the left knee to face exactly to the left side. Maybe look to the opposite direction. Form the pose. That's also a good work for your lower abdominal. And now straighten the leg. Hands wide. Stay strong. Deep breath. And finally release the left leg down to the floor. Step your legs wide, your big toes are slightly facing to each other. Bring your hands over the back into the namaste. Press the shoulder blades into each other and move your body parallel and all the way down. Form the strong legs, press the feet to the ground. Tilt your tailbone high. Shoulders away from the ears. Deep breath. Deepen the breath. Let yourself to stay still, to stay calm, to be relaxed. Inhale. Lift up, parallel to the floor and then all the way up. Release your hands, palms. Take a deep breath. Hands touch. And now bend your right knee and squat towards the right leg. Point at the toes of the left, bringing the right hand down to the floor and twisting. Open your chest and heart. Look up to the sky. And maybe you can rub your right knee with your hands and find a bind. Rub your fingers or your wrist and twist even more. Opening. And then exhale. Bring the hips down to the floor and bring your right knee closer to the left, moving your heel closer to the buttocks. Square your hips, sit in the both sitting bones and lean forward to the forward fold. Try to move your chest, the center of the chest, to your leg. Deep breath, holding the pose. Try to keep your knees together, but if they aren't feel good in this pose, you can widen them slightly. Triang Mukha Eka Pada Paschimottanasana. And now open your right knee, move it up. Press the right palm to your right knee and try to touch the toes of the left leg and twist yourself, twist the body up, widen the legs with the help of the hands. That will open the hip and give additional stretch to your left hamstring. And then place both hands into the middle and go to squat into the left side. So bring your toes of the left down to the floor to face forward and squat to the left, bringing the toes of the right leg upward, breathing the right hand up, twisting, looking up to the ceiling, and maybe find a bind with the hands over the leg, over the left knee. Look up. Try to sit low to give yourself a stretch, but don't lean the whole way to the leg. Accept this as an opportunity to open your shoulders and chest even more with a bind. And let's go to the other pose. So move the left knee, set it down, closer to the right knee. Move your heel closer to the left butt. Move your hips facing to the long leg to the right this case. And then go and grab your right leg. You can put the left palm down to the floor to balance. Make sure both of your sitting bones are grounded and your knees are moving closer to each other, but you can spread them if they are not feeling nice. Inhale, lifting up, moving the left knee up, and now touching the right toes with the right hand and moving the left hip away from the body to open it more. Look up. There is a twist and stretch at the same time, really beneficial, and a great sense of opening. And we are ready to get out of this. So move the palms, press the palms down to the floor, and go to form the right foot. So you go to get your legs together into the front of the mat. And now we're going to some challenge balancing to the Bakasana. So move your legs a little bit back and then start to lean with your knees under the armpit. Squeeze the core muscles and bring both of your feet up. Bakasana. Challenging but very nice balance. Make sure your fingers spread wide. Try to get the sense of the gravity. Form your gaze a little bit forward and in the middle. The gaze is really important in the balances poses. And then exhale, round the back, move yourself on the feet, stretch the spine, rolling, resting. And then sit gently backwards. Hug your knees, bring your forehead to your knees. Inhale, move your legs into our favorite boat pose, Navasana. Maybe straighten the legs. You can keep your knees bent if you feel not comfortable here. Squeeze the core muscles. Make sure the back is not rounding. And now exhale, bring the feet and soles together and then round the spine and bring the forehead to your feet. And one more time, Navasana. We will do that for a few times. Bend the knees, support your legs maybe in the beginning, and then straighten the legs upwards. Deep breath, strong core. Again, feet together, round the back, touch the forehead to your feet, and move to Navasana, any comfortable variation for you. Lift through the top of the sternum and lean back slightly. And we're finishing our core work. So bring soles of the feet together, bring your heels closer, and go to the Baddha Konasana. Inhale, stretch the upper body, lengthen the spine. Exhale, lower down. And use each exhalation to open your hips more. The breath is our help to get to the deepest stretch. Use it. Inhale, Get up. Move your legs forward. Take the flesh out of your buttocks. Paschimottanasana. Grab your big toes. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, lower down. Our calming state of mind is showing up here in this pose, one of the main poses in yoga. Lengthening, working on the whole backside of the body. Inhale, come up, and then bring the butt closer. Grab your big toes and move your big toes up. Straighten the spine, try to find a balance. You can keep your knees slightly bent. If your legs are not so flexible, that's okay. This pose will come with the time. And on the exhalation, rest round, backward in the type of halasana. Holding your big toes still. And move forward. Try to catch the balance. You can do that with your knees bent again. That's not so important. Your spine shouldn't round here. Otherwise, you will not get the balance. You can try a few times. That's okay. And exhale again. Roll back. And this time, go to support your back one by one. Raise your legs up into the Sarvangasana. Bring the elbows closer to each other. Straightening the legs. Breathing. And thinking about our digestion is becoming more healthy and approved. Calming the mind. Bring the legs over the head to Halasana variation. Releasing the fingers over the back, push the shoulders in towards each other. And get the breath. Exhale, support the breath and move the downward one vertebra at a time. Keep your legs up, press the floor, and now bring your knees to your chest, hug them, and again straighten the legs, press the floor, and lower them down. Start to wave with the legs. Lower the legs down, bend the knees, bring them to the chest, lift the legs upwards, lower down, and wave almost to the floor, but don't touch on the floor here. And now go as the scissors, maybe lifting your buttocks up the floor. We are training our core muscles. Strong belly is the great support for the daily life, is our foundation. So go with the scissors as much as you're comfortable. And now, bring your legs forward, lift the chest and shoulders, bring the hands, palms facing forward. And that was the last pose before Shavasana. I hope you will find at least 1 minute to reset your body in the final relaxation. Namaste.